welcome to the Bobcat Bulletin. I'm Brianna Archer.
And I'm Havs. And today we'll talk about fun events happening around and about San Marcos, as well as cool classes you might consider taking.
Dust off your tights and get ready for some medieval fun at the Renaissance Fair. Here's Joshua Langford for more on this story.
Step through the gates at Sherwood Forest Fair and be transported into a fantasy world. With over 150 shows per day, visitors can expect a wide array of entertainment. Jousting and armored combat are always a crowd favorite, drawing in thousands of spectators at each event. The fair offers numerous child-friendly shows such as Merlin the Wise, Fairy Garden Party, and the legendary juggling comedian Paulo Garbanzo. Garrett Etchell and Joseph Van Meter host the show Nightlife at Bergelaus.
Our show in a nutshell is learn combat and history from two people who should not be teaching you anything. We basically we take actual history, actual combat treatises and whatnot, and incorporate it into our show and our fights, and then present it in a comedic way. So hopefully, not only are we entertaining people, we're also teaching them stuff about the time period.
Yes, if they learn something by accident, it's intentional.
Along with their Squire Mort, the trio demonstrate medieval combat techniques in a Monty Python-inspired comedy gone awry. This has been Joshua Langford reporting from McDade, Texas. Back to you at the studio.
Are you curious about upcoming plays here at Texas State? Well, this weekend there is a play called Murder in the Manor being performed in the theater building on campus in room 106. This play is a spin on the classic murder mystery dinner party. On April 15th, Murder in the Manor will have a showing at 2:30 p.m. and 7 p.m. On April 16th, there will only be a showing at 2:30 p.m. Tickets are $3 for Texas State students and $5 for everyone else. Come see Murder in the Manor this weekend.
For 30 years, the School of Journalism and Mass Communications has rented studio space from Alkek Library to teach video production and television news courses. In August of 2021, Texas State started construction for a new $10 million building to solve this issue. Let's hear more about it.
At Kirby Lane, you may notice a new building that spawned that wasn't there before. This, ladies and gentlemen, is none other than Live Oak Hall. Live Oak Hall is a new facility for the faculty and students of the College of Fine Arts and Communication. The hall features a film soundstage, a TV studio, a recording mix classroom, an editing lab, a Foley room for sound effects, and offices. The first room you see as you walk in is the editing lab. This room is a great resource for students to edit their videos, work on class assignments, or maybe even do some homework. Did you know Live Oak Hall has a gender-neutral restroom? The restroom is located down the hall from the editing lab and across the checkout room. It is also provided with 2 handicap stalls for those in need. There are 4 stalls to use and even 5 large Hollywood mirrors for those who love to admire themselves. Hey, there is no shame in that. Don't look silly like me, the paper towels are in the entrance of the restroom, FYI. After being under construction for over 2 years, Live Oak Hall will finally open its doors to host its scheduled classes next school year in the fall of 2023. This was Audrey Pasillas. Back to you in the studio.
Do you love music? Do you love sports? Do you love writing? If any of these apply to you, consider applying to work for KTSW 89.9 in the fall semester. Positions include on-air DJs, music reviewers, photographers, article writers, sports analysts, and more. After a semester of being with KTSW, you can also apply to executive and assistant executive positions and run an entire department. Great for your resumes, and there is also a small stipend that comes with higher positions. Recently, KTSW members got free passes to South by Southwest to document and experience the festival in its entirety. Members also get first dibs on free merch that comes to the office, including posters, CDs, and even records. Applications recently got extended until April 14th, so hurry up and apply to ktsw.txst.edu before it's too late. For more information, you can also look at their Instagram at KTSW899.
Journalism majors are offered the opportunity to take a sports photography course that teaches them how to effectively and efficiently photograph live events. Brennan Barker has more on the course.
Friends, families, and photographers gathered at the Texas State softball game against Southern Miss on Saturday, April 8th. But while the excitement of the game was being taken in, there was also a group of photographers enrolled in Rodolfo Gonzalez's class learning about how to be an efficient photographer at a sporting event. Not only did Texas State play great in both of their games they played, coming out with 2 wins against Southern Miss under their belt, but the students of Professor Gonzalez also got invaluable experience about learning how to use the camera in different situations and chase the action at a sporting event rather than taking shots at a still object. The class is MC 4312 and is a class that teaches journalism majors how to not only use a high-quality camera, but how to use them effectively to tell stories. Gabriel Brooks is a junior at Texas State and is a part of the School of Mass Journalism and Mass Comm, and was one of the students of Mr. Gonzalez who attended the Texas State softball game, and wanted to share some of his favorite photos that he had taken while he was at the event. Students of the School of Journalism and Mass Comm are able to take photojournalism as an elective to put towards their major, and is also available to students who aren't enrolled in the Mass Comm major, to take as an elective or even just as a class to have fun and learn about how to be a photojournalist. For more information on photojournalism, visit mycatalog.txst.edu/courses/MC. And to see the schedule for when you can get out and support the Texas State Bobcat softball team, visit txst.com/sports/softball/schedule/2023. This has been Brennan Barker, back to you at the studio.
All right, Bobcats, we'll see you after the break.
Stay tuned for some more fun events here in town and on campus. The mezzo-soprano at Texas State had their junior recital, and at the event was Lelena Aquino, who interviewed one of the performers.
Here at the Music Hall here in Texas State, where I will be interviewing Ashlyn Killian about her performance today. I went to watch Killian's junior recital on the last day of March. The mezzo-soprano sang 11 different songs. My personal favorites were My Mother is a Singer by Ricky Ian Gordon and Chachun Asungot by Jonas Strauss II. Killian tells us what her thoughts are after the performance.
Very relieved. It went well. I'm very proud of myself and all the progress I've made. I will be doing this a year from now for my senior recital as part of my credit for my degree, but it was very rewarding and very fulfilling.
Now here are some clips of her performance. Thank you, Ashlyn, for that beautiful performance. This is Lelena Aquino. Back to the studio.
Most students visit Alkek Library to have a place to study and do schoolwork on the computer. We all know that there are so many people there, and sometimes there's hardly any space to study. Now let me present to you an isolated area, Old Main, that has pretty much the essentials that are at Alkek without all the commotion. If you head up to Old Main on the first floor and go all the way back down the stairs, there is a lab room to the left with 4 computers and a printer to get all your schoolwork done. It is usually empty with spacious tables that can provide adequate space to lay out all your books and utensils to complete all your work. They have rolling chairs with comfortable padding for sitting for long periods of time. The lights are usually off for a soothing atmosphere when you have been staring at a computer for extended periods of time. The lab is open Monday through Thursday at 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. It is a very isolated area that most people don't know about. So if you ever need a place to study to do schoolwork and don't want to go to Alkek, visit Old Main for a private area.
If you're having trouble figuring out how to decorate your home, here is Texas State Bobcat Camille Sikos' outlook on how she does it.
Hey Bobcats, this is Kyle Pearson, and today I sat down with Camille Seco to understand how to make a house a home.
I think the most essential things in the home are sweet things, well for me at least, sweet things that my friends have made or given me. Um, like art that they've made, little tiny houses that they've made for plants, little guys, all good stuff. Also, yeah, I personally enjoy like a little guy, like this little guy, a squishy little guy, a little guy for your desk. Also having plants, I feel like sometimes I forget, but plants make such a big difference. Sometimes I don't have them around, and I feel I miss them. Whenever I choose art for my house, I like to go for things that are a little funky, a little colorful. I also like things my friends have made. I love art of like bodies, faces, that kind of thing, a little more abstract. But I think it's just fun to find something that, whenever you like see it around, makes you feel a little more connected to the world. You know, whenever I see the art on my walls, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like a person living in this moment, and like that's beautiful and awesome, or like fun and cute.
That's all here. Back to the studio.
Are you an art enthusiast? Well, here's CJ Okiki, where you can buy, sell, and appreciate local art.
Welcome everyone, my name is CJ Okiki, and today I'd like to show you all the San Marcos Art Center.
My name is Katz Asbury Harper. I'm here at San Marcos Art Center. It is a place that artists come, members get to show their artwork. We have artwork as low as $10 and as high as several $100s. There is everything from assembly to echo printing scarves. We have paintings, photography, sculptures, fiber art, everything you can imagine is here. There's also shows that we do, everything from Mermaid Festival to, you know, crazy. Some of them are crazy, some of them aren't. We're doing a recycle art show. We're doing quite a few different things. There are several different artists that have done duplicates of their work, and they put them in the bins. Some of them I know, some of them I don't. They're reasonably priced. We have the Art League shirts on sale, and they're $20. And then, of course, we have the Art Square bags. And what we do with the bags is anybody that buys over $100 at Art Square gets a little stamp, and they can come over here and get a free tote bag. One of my favorite pieces is a painting with its jars, and it's so colorful and so happy. I just really love it, and it's a recycle piece, so I really love that. I think that the biggest part of art, at least for me, is the healing part of it. It helps heal the soul. It helps keep me working and keeps my mind working.
Thanks everyone for watching. Now back to the studio.
Activities on campus are predominantly made by one organization called SACA. Here's Laura Perez with more information on the association.
Texas State University has their Student Association for campus every semester. Let's hear more about it from the SACA's graduate advisor.
We're part of the Student Association for campus activities. So the reason why we're planning this event is just because we know that going into April, it can be really stressful with finals and a lot of final projects. So we hope it's a really good, just distressful event. So we know that it's important because we care about students' mental health and we care about their well-being. So we always make sure to plan events like this. So make sure to follow us at SACA TXT to find out for more events.
Hopefully you can find something of interest for yourself. And if you'd like to get involved in any way for more events, go to Texas State website at saca.studentinvolvement.txst.edu. For Bobcat Bulletin, this is Laura Perez. Back to the studio.
All right, Bobcats, don't go anywhere. We'll see you after the break.
Stay tuned.
Former Texas State head coach David Bailiff is making a comeback to the football program, but this time in a special assistant role. Bailiff, who led the Bobcats from 2019 to 2020, brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the team. In his new role, he will focus on mentoring the coaching staff and working with the team's offense. This move comes as the Bobcats look to improve their record from last season. Bailiff is no stranger to success, having led Rice University to 3 bowl games during his time as head coach. He also is a 2-time Conference USA Coach of the Year and has been named the Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year. His experience and expertise will be invaluable to the Texas State football program as they look to build on their own success and continue to improve. The Bobcats are excited to welcome Bailiff back to the program, and we are looking forward to the contributions he will make in his new role. With his guidance and leadership, the team is sure to continue its upward trajectory and achieve great things in the seasons to come.
Have you heard of the Free G Frat here on campus? I interviewed them last week. Let's figure out who they are and what they live for.
Hey guys, I'm Hobbs with the Bobcat Bulletin, and I'm here with Phi Gamma Delta, aka Fiji, a fraternity here on Texas State. Let's see what they're all about.
My name is Hayden Maduino, and I'm the current chapter president of Phi Gamma Delta, also known as Fiji. And our motto is not for college days alone. We preach ourselves on brotherhood and community service and philanthropy hours. We reach out to the community, and my brothers are always there for me no matter what the circumstance is. Yeah, Myatt. Don't do that, Myatt. Johnson, don't do that, please.
I'm Will Johnson. I'm the fundraising chair for Phi Gamma Delta. I am in charge of raising money for our fraternity, and it helps towards helping out towards our philanthropy events. Right now, I have done a couple fundraising or profit shares this semester. I've done one with Torchies. That turned out pretty good. We did one with Chipotle as well. Right now, we have one with Bull Daddies, April 20th. I appreciate a lot if y'all were to come out and help us out with that.
My name is Sebastian Turbiartes, but I go by Turbo. I am currently social media chair and appealment chair, and both of those, I'm basically like, when we have events or like stuff to do with the community or like to highlight a brother, I basically like post and get all the other guys to come out and like repost it, also like post stuff to make us look good, to like get out new members and keep our fraternity growing. And I feel like with the new students coming, the more they know, the more they're gonna wanna interact with us, wanna be a part of it. And then appeal chairman, I'm basically in charge of shirts. I'll get up a design with the guy of the event, and then be me and him together come up with a design, and then we will then send it into the rest of the brothers and see if they like it or like what can make it better.
What I've learned from being in my fraternity and being a chapter president is that I'm never alone. These guys are always there for me through thick and thin. Doesn't matter if I need help with an assignment, if I need help getting to my job. I handle myself pretty well, and I can only handle myself pretty well through my brothers. Don't be scared to reach out. I've reached out to my brothers multiple times, and it's done nothing but help me for the better.
And that's all. Back to you guys in the studio.
Parks in San Marcos are very relaxing, but not everyone lives here to enjoy them. If you're in Austin, Gustavo Flores has more information on a great park you can enjoy.
Bulletin. My name is Gustavo Flores, and I'm here at Zilker Park in Austin, Texas. I want to show what the park has to offer for when you want to take some time off from your studies and want to get away from that San Marcos life. Let me show you around.
The park opens up with a huge space for you to do what you please, from having a picnic to throwing footballs or just sitting on the ground with your dog. There are limitless opportunities for you to have a good time with friends, family, and pets. I started at Ludnev Point, where there were some big rock steps and a small incline for your casual walk. There's a slight curve where you have to watch out when people are riding their bikes. They're going at a pretty decent pace, so you don't want to run into them. There's a bridge to cross Barnum Creek to the other side of the trail, which was jam-packed with people. There's a beautiful view of the creek and both sides of the trail. I ran into Hayes Hopkins, and he described what he loves most about the park.
And me and my friends, we love to come out here and jump the bridges out here, even though sometimes we're not really supposed to, but we're always using caution with that. And then there's multiple paddle board docks or kayak docks. You can come down and you rent a paddleboard or kayak or canoe for the day or for just a couple hours and come down and cruise around and swim whenever the weather permits it, like today. Or just come out here and walk your dog or whatever you want to do out here on the trails.
As you get to the end of the trail, you will see Pfluger Bridge, where people take time to stop and enjoy the amazing skyline. So next time you need to take a breather from life, go enjoy a walk starting at Lou Neff Point, ending your journey at the Pfluger Bridge, where you can detox with an amazing view.
Celebrate Earth Day this year on April 22nd with a free community-wide event put on by the City of San Marcos. The event will have activity opportunities for all ages, such as virtual reality demonstrations, food and vendor booths, and live music and entertainment. The Earth Day festivities will take place at the Meadows Center for Water and Environment at the start of the San Marcos River, and will start at 10 a.m. and will go until 3 p.m. To find out more information, check out www.meadowscenter.texasstate.edu.
Being a tattoo artist seems like a fun job, but how do you get started? Danny Schaefer got to interview a tattoo artist and learn how their career has been going.
Hey, my name's Danny Schaefer, and today I'm going to have a chat with Taylor Kimbrell, a tattoo artist from Austin, Texas.
My name is Taylor Kimbrell, and I tattoo. We're going on year 3. I started in 2020. Someone bought me a tattoo gun off of Wish. Then it kind of just took off. I updated my equipment, got better stuff, and here I am. I do personal art. I do tattoos. I do band flyers. I'm around a lot of different bands, so I do get reached out to about doing those, which I personally really enjoy those just because of the time that it takes for me to do those. I enjoy it a lot, but I think I appreciate it a lot more when I do a tattoo. I think whenever you transfer it onto skin, and it's such a different aspect, you have to go a lot slower, make sure the line work is consistent with the line work that you draw. There's a lot that goes into it, but I think overall, the goal is to work in a tattoo shop. It's one of the hardest things, I think, to get myself to actually try to do. The industry is it's purely a luck thing, and it's a matter of someone actually enjoying your art and what you make and things like that. That's definitely a goal, at least in 5 to 10 years, to actually be in a situation where I can do that and further it. So my Instagram is Krimlord, Krimlord, and personally the way that I wish people would reach out to me is through my website. It's taylorkimbrell.com, and you can email me. And that's personally the way I'd like to be reached out to. But yeah.
Thank you for watching. Now back to the studio.
Thank you for watching. This has been Bobcat Bulletin. I'm Hobbs.
And I'm Brianna. Join us next week for another broadcast. Have a great day.